Hey guys, Matt Science here, and today we're back with another episode of Anime vs. Reality. Hopefully, the last episode of season 2 of Fruits Basket 2019. I'm joined by Bailey, the absolute loser he is, and Croakia, the guy that always seems to be late or never shows up. Like, doesn't show up, I mean. Not never.
I thought Bailey was the one who's always late.
Yeah, he's always late. But sometimes you're late too, Croakia. Probably just because of time difference.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways, we've got 2 episodes left of season 2. Let's get right into it with flashback. Of course.
You unmuted the mic, right?
Yeah, the
Recording.
mic's plugged in. It's recording.
Yeah? Alright, just making sure.
Let's get into this. We get a flashback to the School Defense Force color choice, where Yuki asks Machi, which of the colors would you choose, Machi? Or Ai? And the question sends her reeling because she feels like she's unseen, really. She's like a person that goes mostly unseen. And they've just finished the last major event of the year, so we're in Fruits Basket. We're in the the final episode, the final days of the year for this school year. You guys want to pick up on some notes? Am I just gonna read them all?
No, I was told to shut up, so.
Shorty tells them not to slack off on their regular duties, and Kimmy suggests they have a party. She suggests they go to a nice restaurant for the first day of winter break. Machi just tries to leave the meeting, but Yuki asks her specifically to come with them to the restaurant. And Kimmy jokes that it's just going to be Yuki and her and none of the rest of the student council because she wants to go on a date.
But everyone else does show up. You can take some notes,
Yeah.
Bailey.
No, that's good. You gotta like listening to you guys.
Come on, Bailey.
Alright, I think I might scroll a bit.
No, you haven't.
Party,
Right.
going with Yuki alone.
We're on. When
No,
Machi,
right. Yeah, when Machi declines, Yuki asks if she would rather go somewhere else. It surprises her.
again.
She tell what?
We don't get with Machi. She's such a character that's just thrown in there,
Yeah.
especially at where we're at in the show, and we actually get backstory for her.
But you make it sound like a bad thing.
No, it's just so sudden. That's all. Because
Sometimes people just come into your life.
Yeah.
yeah,
She tells him not to worry about her, and he says it might help to see how the world looks through her eyes.
by the way, can you move your glass? It looks very to me, it's just uncomfortable just having that sit there.
Alright, sit there.
Yeah, because
She
I'm
says
just worried
that-
you're gonna knock it off, and it'll land on the electronics, and this whole thing gets shut down because your arm.
Sweet, I get to go
accidentally-
home early. Kakaru calls him an idiot airhead because normal people don't talk that way, and Yuki threatens to hit him.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah, I was like, yeah, like that. Just hit me.
No, I was just saying okay. Now let us take some notes.
Okay.
Machi says that her personal preferences are none of Yuki's business.
Yeah. And Kimmy texts them all the details because Machi doesn't have a phone, and Yuki wrote down the details for her. Do you mean? Not him.
Yeah.
Everyone's
meant
a trap
her.
in this anime.
What about you, huh?
Why?
Are you a trap?
No. I'm a surprise.
That's similar to a trap.
And the difference is I'm not deadly.
Or-
I'm not false advertising.
Yes, you are.
No, because I'm a guy. Alright,
Do you advertise yourself as not annoying?
I don't
Because
know.
you are annoying.
I don't know.
That's false advertisement if you are advertising yourself as not annoying.
Ask my followers if they think I'm annoying. Yuki asks if a place will be crowded, and Kakeru calls him a princess again. Yuki starts wrestling with him, but Yuki also says he's too well bred for his own good. So it's a good-natured teasing, and Yuki immediately shrugs it off to say goodbye to Machi.
So yeah, like Yuki and Machi, it's sort of a surprise thing for them to get so along so well.
Yeah.
Considering like
How they started.
considering like first introduction to Machi is she's trashed the room, and most of her other interactions,
Like a bull in a china shop.
yeah, well actually
That's what her room is like. Get it?
yes, but if you watch Mythbusters, they actually did a test of that.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
Because like
Mythbusters did a test about a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it didn't go on a rampage.
the bulls actually navigate like they're at the store.
Yeah, the bulls had to be really angry and trying to get to something in
Mm.
order for the china shop to be broken.
Yeah.
Now you got me thinking of that Family Guy episode. The guy cancels his insurance, and then Peter and the others break in after he does it. And it's like, it's been in this location for 30 years. Of course he's got insurance. And the guy kills himself. And then he sees his wife. Yep, cancel my husband's life insurance. We don't need it. So we've been together for 30 years and haven't had an accident.
And then it happens.
Yeah, it happened. He killed himself just as the wife was like, yes, cancel my husband's life insurance. It went dark. Machi's room is a mess. She picks up her phone from the floor. A woman called. She remembers her mom telling her to be competitive with Kakeru and does not respond to the phone. Her mom calls her dull for giving her the silent treatment and says that's why she doesn't have friends. Obviously, the Somas aren't the only emotional abusive parents in this world.
Yeah, everyone sucks.
Yeah.
This is a universe where, like, no, don't.
Oh, wrong one. What's that?
I need to take this
Yeah,
away
move that
from you,
away.
you child.
Yeah. Machi says she's not wrong. Machi doesn't have any favorites. She feels like she struggled to be what her mom wanted, only to be abandoned, and that's why she's an empty shell. She noticed that Yuki has been changing little by little. She noticed that he was lonely when everyone else was calling him a prince.
Yeah, so Machi wakes up the next morning and thinks about what Yuki said about seeing the world through her eyes. She says she can't understand herself. Wait. She can't understand herself forget.
Yeah, she says she can't understand herself. Doesn't she?
I think
that
you
means
forgot
she
a comma.
couldn't even No, well, if she can't understand herself, she can't understand the world.
Yes, I know what that says, but you forgot the comma between herself and forget. She doesn't feel like she's a real person. She says she's either a void or a broken doll with parts missing. Which is going to be interesting because there is an anime coming up with...
Dolls and
Dolls.
broken parts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it Dollhouse?
No.
Alright, I was taking a guess.
No, it's not an important plot point at all.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what the anime is?
What?
Another.
Another anime? What is it?
No, that's the title.
Yeah, I know.
You dick.
Okay, you reading?
Machi wonders if everyone else is invisible or if she is invisible, and she wonders if it's her own fault for not engaging with them. When she wonders if I was gone, would anybody notice? That's when Yuki calls out to her, and she gets the love filter in her vision.
Hello!
And is like, Yuki's so
Is it
cute,
me?
and he noticed me.
I can see
Then she
it
trips.
in your eye filter.
Yeah, and Yuki's like, why do you have a bottle opener? When we find out. She was half asleep when she packed it in there. And then he finds the leaf that that he gave her,
Hmm.
and she's made it into a bookmark. That leaf's not gonna last long. Like, 'cause it would just decay over time.
She might have laminated it.
Still, it'll decay inside the lamination. It'll just take longer.
Yeah. He says thank you, and she says for what? And he says because it must
Because
be
she's
important
like,
to her.
No, this is a different leaf. No, it could be yours, but it's also a different leaf. It's like full.
I stuff it inside my books. That doesn't mean I like it.
It's just like full on Yandere.
Yeah, you know, it's like it's
Oh
not
no,
like,
not Yandere. Tsundere.
it's not like I like you or anything, Baka.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
she
like I
even
like
tries
this
to give
leaf,
it back
Baka.
to him.
Like that new series I was watching. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. Nagatoro.
That's probably been out for a year.
Yeah, because I was just been watching it, and it's like, oh, I don't like this guy, and then when someone else like flirts with him, you see just like her eyes just go, boom. It's like, and the pupils go black, and she's missing that extra part.
Wait, what?
So it's like, you know, we got like the white, and then the second part here,
Yeah.
and then the third part.
Yeah.
So it's like the second part of the eye goes black. It's like, stare.
As in, like or
Like,
hate?
and just like, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What?
He's mine. Alright, who's continuing?
So Kakuru walks up and wonders if he should even, or he asks if he should even wonder what's going on.
And Yuki's like, yes, you should. Like, please ask.
Please ask. Kakuru recognizes the leaf as the one that Yuki gave Machi and states she must like leaves.
And she must
Yuki
leave
says,
because she.
"Oh,
likes
she must
leaves.
like the color red."
Like, how does that translate?
Alright.
Like, maple leaf to Machi keeping it to the color red.
The color red, she must like blood.
Kinky.
Well, Yuki said that the leaf was kind of red, and then he notices that even the ribbon is red. And he decides that this is his answer about what school defense force color she would want to be, and she's surprised that he even remembers asking her.
Yeah. And Kakuru, the annoying guy he is, basically spills the beans and says that Machi likes red.
Yeah, in front of the whole street council, and Shorty says, "Don't make a scene." But as he's saying, "Yeah, hey everybody, Machi likes red, red, red," he puts his arm around Yuki.
Just like,
Yeah, my shoulder, buddy.
I know, that's why I did that.
It's a good thing you missed.
I didn't miss.
Are you sure about that?
Do you want me to shake your whole body?
No. Alright, who's continuing?
So on New Year's, Toru visits Kazuma.
And
She is-
she's staying with Kazuma for New Year's. It's like Shigeru's gotta go as well. Along with
To the
everyone
banquet.
You mean
She's
Shigure.
nervous
else.
about
Shigeru's
visiting.
gotta
And
go. Yuki's gotta go, and Kyo's gotta
I
go.
thought you said
No,
Sugar
Kyo
Ray.
can't. Oh no. This year, Akito wants Kyo there, right?
Yeah. Is this when
No,
you said
that's
Sugar
the
Ray? It
that's
sounded
the
like you
last
said-
one.
When you said Sugar Ray, it sounded like you said Sugar Ray. I was like, no, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yep. So Kyo teases Toru about acting like a wife, and she teases him back about how Kazuma already has Hana-chan. And this is one of the first times that Toru openly teases someone, so she's kind of changing. She's a little bit more bold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she's learned to
Yeah.
sort of come out of her shell.
Yes. Or her cocoon. Get it?
No.
No.
She's the daughter of the Crimson Butterfly. And before becoming a butterfly is what?
She's the Crimson Cocoon.
It's a caterpillar that goes into a cocoon and comes out a butterfly. So she's the crimson caterpillar who's now crimson cocooning.
So
Can we-
Kyo attacks Toru and squeezes her cheeks,
and
and then she says that Yuki had a
Which
surprise
cheeks?
for everyone and remembers that she was showing off her new scarf to Kyo, and he says, "Be careful, you could hit someone with those pom poms when you turn around." So she hits him with the pom poms on purpose, and then Yuki says,
Croakia,
"Hey."
can we just go back to the cheek squeezing? Which cheeks?
"Both cheeks, all of them, all at once."
All four?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
I was watching this I was watching this prank video the other day, and this guy walks and he goes like this, like he's gonna and he's walking and he turns. It looks like he's gonna slap someone's ass. You see the chick's just like nope, but when he turns, he's just like, oh, itchy leg. What? Or sometimes it's just like, oh, I've got time to shit. It's just funny to see the women like, oh, it's like, oh, okay. Alright, where are we?
So yeah, Yuki surprises everyone by saying that he wants to go to the estate, and Jogo's like, "Did you hit your head?" But Yuki's like, "I'm not going to stay too long because he's worried about leaving Kyo alone with Toru," which
Because of her cheeks.
I don't think he needs to worry so much about that though, because like he said he's not interested in Toru in that way. So why?
I think he was joking, because then Shigure starts making jokes about it as well, and Yuki kind of joins in. I guess this is another case of the characters becoming a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more open.
Yeah, Yuki
It's
and
hard to-
Kyo have changed a lot.
It's hard to read though, because he does fight so much with Kyo.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Vegeta and Goku. You know?
no.
Like, sure, they get along, but they're not friends.
Mm.
You know?
Nope. I don't know. I've never watched it.
Well, anyways, we end up at Kazuma's house, I'm pretty sure, and Kazuma says that they have another visitor there, and it turns out to be Isuzu, or Rin, and Toru tries to give her a hug. Toru, like, Isuzu just sidesteps her, and Toru just full on
Yeah, just like,
Like,
bangs
bonk.
her head.
bonk her head
Like,
on the wall.
oh no.
And Rin's just like, no, I'm out, I'm not gonna deal with this.
F this S, I'm out.
Yep.
She gives him the birds, like, nah, I'm out. Later, Toru.
To be honest, if they did that for one scene,
Yeah.
that would make the show 10 times better.
They did that in Dragon Ball Z. When future Trunks goes back to his own time, he's like, father. And Vegeta's just like, that, and Trunks goes. And Vegeta's just like,
Anyways, so yeah, Kazuma like tells Toru that Kyo and Rin used to have like 10-minute stare downs. I think that was just there for filling out time mostly,
yeah.
like just information about the characters, which is not the worst thing in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kyo and Toru talking about it again later, so I think it's kind of a bonding moment for Kyo and
Yeah, can you
Toru.
scroll down a bit?
I sure can.
So yeah, but yeah, Toru says she very recently visited the hospital, so she was surprised to see that Rin was discharged. And Rin came to avoid the banquet, and Kazuma wants to keep her safe from stress to undo her medical progress, which, fair point.
Ayame teases Hattori about his banquet dance. He says that he's excited to dance with Hattori for next year. I thought he'd be...
So this dance is, I think, Moji and Hattori.
And next
Right.
year it's Ayame and Yuki.
No, next year it's Ayame and Hattori.
Yeah, I know, but you know Ayame can't wait to dance with Yuki. Shigure teases him about Mayu, but Hattori misinterprets it as Shigure getting back together with her.
Yeah,
Hattori,
I love how it's that's like a misunderstanding joke.
Yeah.
But not in the context of like misunderstanding a word. It's the context.
Hattori tells Shigure to go back to Akito because he probably misses him. He says that with both Korino and Yuki there, he won't be noticed. Hattori tells them that Yuki is probably having a hard time.
Yeah, so Shigure accuses him of guilt for Yuki. And he says at least he has no such guilt for Shigure. Absolutely, like, badass moment. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Right?
Akito tells Yuki that he forgives him for running away last year, and Yuki says that he forgives Akito too. Yuki says he needs to accept his own weakness and stop shifting the blame so that he can change. And Akito says that he has the same look as Kurino, and then he hits Yuki with a pot and demands he apologize.
Like, when it's like, was it a pot or was it like a phase?
Vase.
Probably.
Phase.
It was already shattered when you saw it on screen, and
Because it looked like it had a narrow neck, too.
it probably was a vase because they had maybe a flower display in front of them or something.
It reminds you of one of those kids who like loses a Connect 4. You apologize right now for beating me.
It's just like,
No, it's like
Yuki does say sorry.
it's like when have you ever seen?
it was a vase?
Yeah, I think it was. Have you ever seen The Simpsons where Krusty is looking for a new sidekick?
No. By the way, you got something under your eye.
Sorry. And
Yeah,
he's getting these replacements, and this one he gets is like better than him. And Krusty's like, outstage me, will you? Yeah, okay. Wow, let's
So
get back on this.
Yuki has some minor bleeding from getting beat up with a vase.
Yeah.
And Ayame tells him not to die and to remember that night on the sand when we promised each other we wouldn't leave this world without the other at his side.
It's like, that never happened. And there was no sunset.
What is a Sian, actually?
It's a place.
And isn't it spelled
It's
S-E-I?
Maybe. I mean, the listeners can't see my notes.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold you to a good standard here. So yeah,
It's S-E-I-N-E.
I told ya.
It's a 777 kilometer long river in France.
Wait, what? Yuki's never been outside Japan.
It's probably never really been outside the estate or Shigure's place.
Yeah.
So you know she's
So-
gonna get real.
So Ayame is just crazy, is he?
So no, Tora just needs to slap
It's
Ayame.
funny.
You know? Give a slap, and it's like they're my zodiacs now. Get out.
Damn. What? No.
Yeah, Tora's like, fuck off, Akito.
So
They're
wait,
mine.
Toru slaps
Smack
Ayame
God to
and says,
become God.
No, Tora needs to slap Akito.
"You said Ayame."
I meant Akito.
You did
Tora
say
needs to
Ayame.
slap Akito and be like, bitch, they're my zodiacs now. F off.
Oh my gosh.
You just get the
What?
glasses and the hat, Fug Life. The Crimson
gosh.
Slap.
So yeah, Yuki amends his apology to Akito and saying,
Crimson
"I'm
Tornado.
sorry, I didn't come back to you."
Tora can just sprout some red butterfly wings. Crimson Tornado.
Crimson
Akito goes
Cocoon.
flying.
My goodness.
Who's wrote that?
Yuki also apologizes to Hattori for blaming him about erasing his friend's memories.
Character growth, yes.
Hattori says, "You're kind. Don't turn into Ayame."
Girl.
Yuki says, "Not a chance." And Ayame bursts in the door. Here!
Ayame, whenever his name is said, he has to appear, doesn't he?
Well, that means he was listening at the door about Yuki's apology.
Never mind. Yeah, I like have you ever played Assassin's Creed 3? How sneaky that horse is?
No.
All you have to do is whistle and the horse appears like that. So the horse is a better assassin than Connor.
in Ghost of Tsushima, like whenever you whistle for your horse, it can appear out of nowhere.
Yeah. My horse died.
No, in Ghost of Tsushima,
I know,
you
it
can't
died.
die.
Yeah, I can.
No, it can't.
Progress the plot. Or maybe I'm just messing with you.
If you are, I'll make sure I hunt you down, shoot you with a bow and arrow,
Oh.
but not to kill you, just to give you some pain.
No, okay.
Yeah, scroll up a bit.
Scroll up a bit.
Yeah. Unless, Krokio, you want to read the note?
Yeah. So Shigure finds Haru putting on his shoes to slip out, and Haru calls Shigure moody. Shigure, because he wouldn't go see Akito, and Shigure says he shouldn't have to fix things with Akito either. He notes that Akito has been blind to too many things for too long, which sounds a little sinister, and this is when Shigure starts to be a little bit sus.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Whenever
Us.
someone says the words sus or imposter, your first thought is always Among Us
I'm
now.
gonna play that game, but I have no friends to play
Sussy
it with.
baka.
Ow!
You alright?
I hit my ankle. I hit my heel.
Oh no, metal.
That.
Oh.
Ow!
Want to continue, Krokia?
Yeah, so Kyo and Toru are having a cute moment, and it circles back to that 10-minute stare down. Kyo admits he resented Rin because she spent so much time with Kazuma, and he felt like she was stealing him away. Toru asks what his New Year's wish is at the first shrine he will visit in the new year. He teases her that if you ask someone what their wish is, you also have to tell them your wish, and she turns pale and says, "Never mind."
She was like, no, I don't want to say it.
Yeah, so I haven't visited any shrines this year, so even though it's already April, I can still get my wish.
You gotta go all the way to Japan just for that?
Probably. There might be a shrine in California.
No, you gotta go to Chinatown.
That's still like 2 days
But
driving.
you're missing out on the joke that I was making. I was making a racist joke.
I guess I just didn't understand it.
Because Chinatown is supposed to be like where the Chinese people are.
Yeah.
That's the whole joke.
It's
like
not
you
exactly racist to call it Chinatown. It's pretty literal. Like there's
Like I was watching Family Guy, and it's like, I think it's like, there's this one black guy who goes to this Dutch place, and they're all white, and everyone's in the corners looking at him. And he's like, take a sip of the coffee. He's like, oh, what are you doing?
But yeah, so
Yeah, anyways, it would need to be a Japanese shrine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, last year, Toru wished for Yuki and Kyo to get along better. This time round, she wishes for the curse to break so that they can be happy and free to do whatever they want, including having some proper coitus.
Koi.
Some hugs.
That's what,
Some
that's what the
hugs,
Zodiac
cheeks.
calls hugs. Oh no, cuties. You know, the other girls will give you cuties, and that will turn you into
There's
a
actually a horror
Zodiac.
movie called Cuties.
Cuties. Oh
So-
yeah, that is a horror movie. There's underage children.
What?
This isn't Toru's voice, but it's just
No,
all in
there's
her
actually a
mind.
horror movie called Cuties.
Cuties.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
Really?
cuties, and I was like, yeah, that's terrible.
No, Cooties as in Cooties.
No, I didn't know that.
It's an actual horror movie.
I'll look it up.
And a bit of an odd one.
Well, with a name like that, it has to be strange.
Yeah. Hey, nothing could be ever any more strange than the movie Mandy.
What's Mandy?
Nicolas Cage. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay, well, he gives 100% in everything.
Oh, he gives 110
Yeah.
in anything
I like
he
that,
does.
like that meme in that movie where he thinks he's a vampire. He thinks it's a vampire, and that's the movie that coined the meme. You don't say.
Really?
Yeah, well, you see his face like that. Yeah, it's from that movie. All right, where are we?
What even is the movie?
I forget, but he thinks he's a vampire.
I don't know that one either.
There's actually a new Nicolas Cage coming out. A Nicolas Cage movie coming out soon.
Oh yeah, I saw that trailer.
Yeah.
He's trying to lift up the guy. He has to drop
And there you
him.
go.
Yeah.
Just like
You
Unwrappable.
did see. You did see that the new Nicolas Cage movie is about Nicolas Cage. It's his
Yeah.
life story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole joke of it.
Alright, where are we?
So, as she's having her inner dialogue and thinking about wishing that they can be happy and free, there's a montage of Momichi giving Kurino the disc, and Haru finding Rin sleeping and hugging her.
Oh,
And then
cute.
she says she wished for change, and the music starts da 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 da, and it's over. Episode
It is
ends.
cute that like Haru gives Rin a hug, until you think about the fact that they're related.
Yeah.
And all
Well,
that
also
plays in
she's
my head is
the-
Sweet Home Alabama.
They're not related.
Yeah, they are. They're
No.
both Somas.
Yes, but not by blood.
Still,
We don't know how closely they're related.
it's like when people say that sort of thing, it's either sibling or cousin.
Hey, you know in Japan, incest is wincest, so how dare you?
But still, it is very appropriate for.
Well, you never know. What if they're second cousins?
Still counts as
Not,
incest.
not so bad, second cousins. It's better than like full-on siblings.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Alright, so we're on episode...
Older-
Episode 25.
Older brother. Older brother.
Older brother missed you, younger
Ami-chan.
sister.
Ami-chan. Anyways, we're on episode 25, and we're starting off with Kurino saying that he was free but still tethered. And a cord snap, so it's like the ropes
That
that
binds the zodiacs together. Spiritually, right?
Yeah. I wrote down the name of I know it was like she something. It's in the previous episode. I think it was like maybe episode 8 in the notes.
So go back and watch all the episodes, everyone.
No, I was
Watch
gonna.
twice.
Can either Bailey, could you scroll up or Croakia?
Alright, you want to scroll up Croakia or I'll do it?
You do it, so I don't lose my place.
Okay.
That's
So I think it was like episode 8
Well-
to 9. It was in the season 2.
This is season 2, isn't
No,
it?
that you're in season 1.
Damn it.
Now you're in season 2. Keep going.
It's episode
A few
6.
more episodes. You want to keep going with the notes while we find this? Croakia?
Alright. So, after the introduction song, the first scene is some sparrows. And I don't know if we talked about this before, but even though Kureno is the year of the rooster, it's implied that he changed into a sparrow.
Alright, keep going down.
Ow.
You okay there?
So, in bed, Akito says he's cold and asks Kureno to come closer. He admits that sometimes he says things without meaning to. He says they're just words and not really what he thinks. And Kureno says he'll always be by Akito's side. Cut to Yuo
Yeah.
at the school saying the weather's
Yeah.
too cold for how nice it looks outside.
Okay, there it is. So the rope that we mentioned, they're called the Shimenawa. So yeah,
And
like Kurino's Shimenawa broke, and he was free.
so one thing I found out while I was typing the notes is that the rope, the Shimenawa, is not in the manga. They added it for the anime.
Yeah. Like, I'm not surprised they would add that. It's like it. I feel like it ties it together, pun intended.
Yeah.
If you get the pun.
Yeah. Go on.
Because ropes. You use rope to tie them together.
Yep. So, Yuo is upset that she has to sit through graduation in this cold weather and better not catch a cold. Hana says she's never caught a cold, so it must be true that idiots don't catch colds.
Wait, what?
And I've never heard that saying before, so that must be something in Japan.
Like, Bailey, have you ever caught a cold?
Yeah.
He's an idiot and he has caught one.
Yeah, what's it called?
He's also not Japanese.
Of course. But, wouldn't that... I don't know if that's like a general thing or a worldwide thing.
I don't know, I've never heard it before.
You know what I heard yesterday?
What?
That the reason the Chinese eyes are like crooked like that is because there were strong winds, and so they had to squint. And over time, evolution was just like, oh fuck it, instead of squinting, we'll have squinting as a main feature for you.
You wanna scroll down a bit more?
That's probably not true.
It's probably racist.
No, but it makes sense, you know. 'cause
Yeah.
If a species does something for a longer period of time after
Yeah, that makes
generations,
sense.
the body will adapt to it.
I'm not saying the evolution part isn't true, I'm saying the racist part isn't true.
Yeah. But yeah, Yua says New Year's went by way too fast. She feels like she can't catch a break. So yeah, we've flown through New Year's.
Yeah.
And
Toru says that
we get a memory.
that New Year's went too fast. We've flown through New Year's.
Yeah, we get a memory from Toru's perspective, I'm pretty sure. And of Rin confessing the story that she knows that she was laying down when she woke up, but she fell asleep sitting up.
Maybe she fell.
No, what I think is like Toru's like laid her down.
Oh, it might have been Haru.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, it was
Toru
Haru,
asks Toru asks if Kazuma did it, and Rin says that he couldn't, and she then asks what if it was Haru, and at first Rin is like, Haru would be different, but then she remembers Toru shouldn't have known about them and blows up asking who spilled about their relationship.
Like she sort of figured it out on her own
Yeah.
after. I think Hiro sort of spilled it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Haru was teasing Hiro at the Cinderella-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, but Toru says no one told her, but she just noticed it. Toru comes it up by saying it must have been woman's intuition. And Rin says that somehow it seems unlikely that she actually has that gift. Yeah, because it was Hiro that sort of spilled the beans on that. And
So, Yuki comes in and Rin leaves, and Toru notices Yuki's cut. He says he stood his ground and paid the price. He says he was terrified, but I bet you're proud of me. And that
Are
awkward
you proud of
treating
me?
your
I got
friend
hit in
like
the
your
head for
mom
you.
moment.
I got hit in the head for you, Toru.
Yeah, and that's gonna leave a nasty scar.
Not as bad as the one Weiss has.
Oh yeah. I love that scar.
Not as bad as the one Scar has. Wait, I just realised.
Look at that Scarface.
No, Weiss and Scar have the same scars, same type of scar.
You know he's dead.
Well,
right?
they were both fighting the same Atlesian knight.
No,
Wait, no, that...
Scar from the Lion King.
yeah,
You know he's dead, right?
I know, but
He was in the Hercules movie.
I know. I'm saying he had a scar the same way that Weiss does.
Do you think his parents named him Scar before or after he got the scar?
I don't know. We're getting off topic here.
That'd be a mime if he's born like that. Oh, jeez, look how effed up our son is. Better call him Scar.
But yeah, Moji sneaks up and Yuki leaves them to talk privately. And he said that she should be proud of him too because he was scared to give Kureno the disc. He managed to do it though. and Momiji didn't get caught at all.
Yep. They
The
say a
benefits
prayer
of being a
together.
rabbit.
But this might just be because of the translation into English, but it was really more like a wish than a prayer. They just kind of stood there and closed their eyes and say, "Please watch the disc."
Yeah. Well, either way, they basically like, Kuruno, please watch the disc. And she does it again at the school.
Yeah, make sure you watch it when you're alone.
Get the tissues.
I promise. It's like, yeah, it's Taurus sex tape. Here you go, Karanu. Please watch this when you're alone.
Make sure you have the tissues ready.
It's of me and you are.
Oh, getting real kinky in here, are we?
Yeah.
The joke that I was just making is because like tissues can be used for crying, and also
Yeah. You know when you cry, you always like that you cry. There's one like there's two different ways you cry.
Mhm.
So if they're happy tears, you like cry out your right eye first. If they're sad tears, you cry out your left eye first. Or vice versa. It's one of those. Ah, my balls.
I didn't touch them.
Yeah, they're that big, man.
Wow.
But yeah, you was just like, do you need a favor?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what's going on.
Yuo notices that she's praying and says, "If you need a favor, just ask."
Can you scroll down a bit more, Bailey? Yeah.
Hattori tells Shigure and Akito that Akito is having an emotional breakdown, not a physical sickness. Shigure says that Yuki should tend to the patient as punishment for causing it.
Who causing the malady? What?
Malady. It just means sickness. Malady.
Ah.
If it was Milady, it'd be like an M.
Milady.
Asterisk.
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe. Sorry.
Malady.
Malady.
Hattori asked if Shigure is going to visit him, and Shigure couldn't even get in. Like, Kido doesn't want to see him.
That's gonna be one of the most laziest words. My milady. You can't say my lady.
Malady.
Malady.
Milady.
But whenever you
have to
say
tip
that
your
word, you
hat.
have to have the fedora.
It's like with be right back. BRB. It's like the same syllables.
Laugh out loud.
Did you
Yeah.
LOL.
did you
Yeah.
never have a flip phone?
Oh what?
Did you ever have a flip phone?
Yeah.
No.
Be right back takes a long time to type out on a flip phone.
Yeah.
I
just
had
said emoji.
I had the Nokia phone. Or Nokia, however it's pronounced.
Nokia 6400. That was mine.
Anyway, so yeah, Shigure is bitter that Akito chose Kuruno over him. And he asks Satori if he's noticed anything off about Kuruno. And Shigure asks if he's in denial because he's grown attached to the bond, even if he chafes against it. Is that right?
Yeah.
You've got the he. You
Yeah.
want to take his note, Bailey?
No, I'm good. Let you. Go.
Okay,
It's
so
good.
he tells Hattori that he recognizes it in himself that he is the worst kind of man.
Like he
And-
said that a lot of times.
He says, "I seem like I was just having this conversation. Who was it with? Never mind. I'm the worst kind of man." And then Hattori says, "You recognize that, but you don't do anything to change it."
Yeah, and then we cut to Kuruno watching the DVD, and he remembers Akito as a kid, asking him about being free as a bird.
He remembers both Toru telling him that Yuo looks sad and lonely when she thinks about him, and also Akito yelling, "Swear that you won't abandon me." Karino calls Shigure. He drops his book when he realizes it's Karino. Shigure asks if he's really been cut
And
off.
It just cuts out.
Yeah, it just cuts out.
As soon as Toru gets home, Shigure sends her right back out to get envelopes. Toru is sidetracked by sparrows. Karino surprises her in the park.
which
Womp womp.
again sort of ties back to his whole being a sparrow thing.
Back at the estate, Akito is asking where Kurino is. The servant said he left, saying it was urgent. Akito freaks out because this is the first time he has ever left without permission.
And Toru notices that the birds just go away from Kurino as soon as he approached. Although they should have stayed if he is the rooster. And here's where we get our big reveal. So, like, Toru finds out about Kurino and the fact that his curse is broken because he hugs her.
Yeah. And it's like, what?
His curse has been broken for quite a while.
How did it break?
And yeah, so yeah, we get a flashback. I will say that word once at least, or twice, considering I said it at the start, to young Akito thinking that Kurino was so lucky to be the rooster because he could fly when he was a bird.
But roosters can't fly.
Yes, they can.
Oh, it must
Yeah.
be chickens that can't fly.
No, chickens can fly.
Then why didn't they fly out of the cages in Chicken Run?
No, when they are domesticated, they can't.
Oh, okay.
Farmers tend to
in-
clip their feathers.
Whenever you hunt, like, wild chickens,
Yeah.
they can climb trees.
That's a great movie, Chicken Run. Seen Chicken Run?
No.
Mel Gibson?
I wouldn't call it a great movie.
Early 2000s. The Chicken Revolt.
Can we keep going with the notes here?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
So yeah, but like Toru in this moment, it's like, how did the curse break? Kurino doesn't know how it broke. It was just there, and it wasn't. And the his field of vision just opened up, and there was only him. He was the only thing, like soul inside him, and how the sky was so blue, and Kurino felt human and happy. But the other Zodiac members don't know. They still think he's the rooster. The only people that know is Akito, himself, and Toru. You want to scroll down? You want to carry the next point?
Is that next point of a...
Yeah, like, why does he stay with Akito?
He's a cuck.
And Kurino says the disc is wasted on him, and he gives it back to Toru.
He says that it's not like Arisa, Yuo, and him have a long history. Just two trivial, insignificant moments that will become two insignificant memories that will fade entirely. He cries, and Toru gently reaches out to his face to make him part of her Zodiac harem. You will become the new Zodiac. Just use the powers.
You'll become the new Zodiac Rooster again.
Yeah.
You'll be the cock in my
Yeah.
harem.
In my stable.
No, the cock in my harem.
Okay.
So yeah, Kurino remembers the moment where Yuo and him, after their first meeting, she asked him if their interactions were just trivial to him, and had made her feel happy to have lunch together, and it was just trivial to him. Like, it's just like a casual Friday night sort of thing, like,
Having dinner with a stranger,
or lunch in this
a
case.
decade younger than you.
And we get another.
Memory of the recording of Yuo. Come and see me, damn it!
And Kurino is like, I want to see her. I do. So badly. We've only met twice, but even so, it was the first time I found love since the curse broke, and I became truly human. I could embrace her. I hold her in my arms. I touched that. You went too far.
Oh, Jesus. I thought you were gonna read it fast.
I can't read it in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
A touch that's only possible because I'm no longer possessed.
When you cut off there, it sounded like you said hold her in ass. I'm not gonna use the toilet. Like that.
Go. I'm taking this chair for now. Because I gotta be closer to the notes.
The other Zodiac members aren't so lucky. They're still tormented by the curse that he effortlessly had broken. He's the only one that is free to go wherever he'd like and love who he chooses, and that's the reason he has to stay with Akito forever.
Or until
That doesn't
Akito
make
dies.
At all. He remembers the day the curse broke. Young Akito was crying hysterically. Akito grabs Kurino and demands that no one come near them, at penalty of death. Akito asks why the curse had to break. Kurino doesn't know why or how.
And
Young
so young Akito is concerned by the distant look in Kurino's eyes, and Akito begs him to not go, and don't leave me behind. He begs him to swear he won't leave.
And this is what Akito was talking about when he hit Yuki, saying
no,
you
do
look
you
like
mean Toru?
What?
Was it Toru at the vacation house?
No, this is at the banquet last episode.
Okay.
This is what Akito was talking about. She says that you look like Kurino. She's saying
you might
that,
have had a
like,
bit of a slip of the tongue there, Krokia.
I don't know.
You said she.
You did too.
No, I said
But
he.
you were just reading what's written.
I said he. I saw it. I guess the
Anyways.
cat's out of the bag. So yeah,
That's this episode, anyways.
yeah, it's revealed this episode. So yeah, the current Kurino says he couldn't leave, and to Akito, the Zodiac bonds are everything. Without us, the god can't exist. But maybe that's for the better.
Yeah. No swearing for YouTube, but it's for the better.
What word were you gonna use?
F God.
I'm pretty sure there'd be a few of the Zodiac that would want to do that.
Kurino already is.
Hey, yep. But yeah, so he promised young Akito that he wouldn't leave, and he would have said anything to make Akito's tears stop. You get there, Bailey?
Yeah.
You done nothing?
No, I'm a member of NoFap.
He knew he would have to deceive the others and pretend to be the rooster, but it was a price he was willing to pay to ease that poor child's pain. It was pity. And he remembers his phone call with Shigure. Shigure knows that the curse broke for Kurino.
So that was the phone call from earlier, right?
Yeah. In the next scene, Akito is in a steamy bath.
And Kurino embracing Akito is only out of pity. But he swore to stay over and over. And we get
A sexy kiss between Akito and her.
I was
cock.
gonna say steamy kiss,
Yeah.
cause bath.
Between Akito
It's-
and her cock.
Kurino says he'll stay until Akito no longer needs him. He would live for that child. Akito is weaker and more fragile than
I'm
anyone.
trying to get in the glass. Yeah.
Akito is looking in the mirror and drops his robe. I would give anything for that child, for the sake of that sad little girl. Akito is standing nude in the mirror. Like we couldn't just take Kurino's word for it. Sheesh.
Like, we need to see the nudity.
Toru is surprised that Akito is a woman.
So yeah, like Toru finds out this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, because Kurino tells her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that sad little girl.
I
yeah.
am the queen bee of the Zodiac.
So yeah, we get an image of Akito in women's robes, surrounded by red flowers.
Yes.
Because I think red flowers is very associated with
Yeah.
the females.
Yeah. Like the crimson butterfly.
And
I'll put this in your
associated with
eyeball
Oh.
if you don't shut
a
up.
cult god that has bonds with all their people.
Yeah.
The end.
It's interesting how God in this
Is dog spelled backwards?
is a girl.
No, but wouldn't the dog Zodiac be the one in charge? Because dog spelled backwards is God.
No.
I'm pretty sure in Japanese they just refer to them as Buddha. But they could refer to them as God. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting how in this one God's a girl.
Yeah.
Or at least the god of the zodiac.
Yeah.
Not probably not actual god, but close enough, right?
Yeah. Do you think there's a god of the Greeks?
What?
Like, and you got these people being reincarnated as Greek gods, and the leader is Zeus.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're saying.
So imagine this series, right?
Along came Zeus.
Yeah. Imagine like the Zodiacs, but imagine a version based on the Greek gods where children are born with the powers of the Greek god. And the one that has Zeus's power, you know, because Zeus is god, is the one in charge.
Would that just be a lot of value for that character?
I don't know.
Because Zeus was known for getting it on
Yeah.
with all
So is
the women.
Akito.
And Kratos was known for getting it off. Ripping his, you know?
What?
You know, there's that one scene with Helios and he gets it off by ripping his head off.
I think we're talking about different things.
Yeah, his vengeance sated him.
Anyway,
And he killed the gods.
Anyway, we're gonna end this episode here.
Great.
We're getting too off topic. Links will be in the description to both of Bailey's channels and also both of my channels. For you guys go check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, 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 a ding.
Dong. Dong.
Ding.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
No,
Ding.
no. I'm Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.
See you, everyone. Oh, look at my skin croaky. I'm so white.